I'm here with some of my very favorite read aloud books. The first one that I want to show you is a brand new one from our spring catalog. It is called Lemur Dreamer. This book is super silly. It follows Louis the lemur, who has the unfortunate habit of sleepwalking through his apartment building. His neighbors are pretty understanding because they love Louis and they're going to accept him. But one night he finds his way out onto Pebbly Lane and gets into some trouble. His friends are right there beside him and they help him along the way, and at the end they find a way to um, support his sleepwalking and his crazy dreams, but also keep him safe. So it's a really great book about friendship as well. I say ooh, you say ah. Great interactive read aloud. This would be great for a group story time. There are lots of prompts for kiddos. Now, if you see the color red, pat your head. So now they're going to be patting their head and going, ooh, 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 like a monkey. Okay, there's one more thing I need you to do. When you see an ant, you say underpants. So what do you think is on the next page? So fun. Your kids are going to be cracking up laughing reading this, and so will you. Dan the Taxi Man. This is an amazing rhythmic read, and it has a refrain in it that appears about 6 times in the book. So by the time you get a few pages into the book, your kids are going to catch on and they're going to sing along. Here's Dan, beep beep, the taxi man, going to the show and picking up the band. Climb inside while you still can with Dan, beep beep, the taxi man. He's picking up all of his bandmates and they all play an instrument, and each instrument makes a sound, of course, so this would be really fun with some musical instruments for the kiddos to play along. Next up is Cordelia by Michelle Nelson Schmidt. I love Cordelia. This book is amazing for boys and girls, young or old. I have a copy of this myself because I'm so inspired by the story. Cordelia believes she can fly, and because of her belief, she can fly. She loves to sing with the stars and play with the moon, fly over the whales. She's got a really cute friend that's a whale, but she starts to let the doubts of others get to her, and because of that, her world starts to turn gray. She becomes sad. But she finds a way to become her own hero and believe in herself, and because of that belief, she can fly again. Luna loves Library Day. As a book lover and a library lover, of course, this book is one of my favorites. Luna loves Library Day. She loves to go check out books and learn and have story time with her dad. But the very best thing about Library Day for Luna is that she gets to spend the whole day with her dad. This book is great for all kinds of family situations, but it has also been really popular for parents who are separated. The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. This is one of our dual readers, and it comes with an audio CD, so you can read along with the CD. I'll show you what this means by a dual reader. As you can see, there is text on the top and the bottom. Now, if you're reading this aloud to your child, you can read the top and the bottom. If your child is reading with you and is a beginning reader, they can read the top. And if they want, they can read only the top, and just the top makes a complete story too. Or you can go back and forth. Child reads this, mom reads this, and it's just really fun for beginning readers. They gain some confidence and eventually they'll start to read that. And what's also cool about this book is there is a little yellow duck hidden on every spread. So it's good for young, and like my 7-year-old still likes to read it. She reads it to her siblings, and my 2-year-old likes to find the ducks. These ones might sound a little bit crazy, but just a little bit of information for you. By 4th grade, the kids' love of reading drops drastically, and that's also about the time that parents stop reading aloud to their kids, because once they start reading on their own, we just don't think about it. You know, they're reading for their own enjoyment, but we should still be reading to them. Absolutely. Still read to your child after they can read on their own. So these three are chapter books. These are just three of my favorites to read aloud. Hey Jack and Billy B are great even for preschoolers because the chapters are very short. There are no more than 50 words per page, and as you can see, the text is large. There are some different fonts in there and black and white illustrations. And these two books were actually designed for children who struggle with reading and have difficulties like dyslexia. Next up is Billy and the Mini Monsters. This is a brand new fiction series. It has full color illustrations. So it's also a high-low book. So it's got high interest level and low reading level for your kids that just aren't into reading. But it is really fun to read aloud. And it's a super silly story about a boy who discovers that he has monsters living in his sock drawer. If you have any questions about any of these books or would like to know more tips on reading aloud, leave me a comment and tell me in the comments below what you loved out of all of these books you've just seen.